We can all think back to one person who introduced us to the outdoors. Whether it was a family member or a friend, someone took the time to pass on one of our greatest traditions. For many of us, it was our father. We have experienced some of our greatest lessons in life sitting alongside our fathers in the woods. We learn about patience, work ethic, respect, and integrity. We will always look back and appreciate the time that we were able to spend with our fathers and kids who share the same passions we do for the outdoors.
The annual father-son hunt is something we look forward to every single year. This is something that Jeremiah and I have been doing, I think, for about 3 years now. And every single year we have some kind of just amazing time while we're down there. It never fails. Every single year it's a good time.
I hear there's been some what we call dirt nap happening around here.
Right out there.
Wow. How big is he?
8.
8-pointer. Well done. Well, I'll tell you what. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me hang out here.
Yeah, you bet. Let's go out here and go take a look at him.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Good job.
So we're back down this week again at the F.E. Hill, and it's for the father-son hunt this year. For me, this is my first year to actually get to go down to F.E. Hill with Heath and Jeremiah and their boys and spend some time in camp with them. I'm super excited.
You know, last year we had John's son Hayden with us, and he killed a stud down there. I got the opportunity to film him and John and kind of just capture some of those really good moments that everybody lives for as a father and a son.
Let's get out of here. Hey, man, it's that strutting bucks time of year. It's father-son hunt. I've been with him on every buck he's killed except for one deer. We got a stud on the ground over there.
I told you.
At night. And you know, as old B Hunt would say, he's a stud. He's a stud.
Well, we go back probably at least 5 years to hunt with these guys. Brandon introduced us to John. John and Brandon met up at some kind of cattle function. As usual, I wasn't there. And they met up though and started this relationship. And I'll be honest, it's one of the greatest relationships we have in the outdoor industry. It's a good time every single year. And these are just people that you want to not only do life with, but do hunting camp with.
I mean, we've become friends with these guys over the last 5 years. We go down when it's not hunting season, do different things. They're just friends, and that's what it's all about. That's what hunting for us is all about: having fun, meet new people, and do a little bit of hunting along the way.
We're back at F.E. Hill Ranch, December 27th. We're back for the father-son hunt, and it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. We're back again. See if we can get us a buck.
It's December 27th. We're back on our father-son hunt, and we got in yesterday at about 1 o'clock, but there was a bad storm and it was raining pretty hard. But we've had a lot of deer movement and seen a really nice buck that we got our eyes on. And we might shoot a hog.
You know, I've known these two boys for their whole life pretty much, and it's just been cool watching them grow up hunting and becoming hunters and going from dad helping them do everything to them doing everything on their own pretty much, and being able to watch that and that process it's just been neat.
Strut Buck is being brought to you by Nikon. Trust earned. Big and J. The aroma is super strong. The range is super long. And Swagger. The bipod with moves. Strut Buck is being brought to you by the Tour 12 Podcast. Experience 12 months of living your passion. Business, leadership, and life. Search the Tour 12 Podcast on iTunes.
You know, generally when we go down to Hunt F.E. Hill with John and Clinton and the gang, we always take the kids down there between New Year's and Christmas every single year. That's just when we go. And the main reason for that is because that's really the only time we can get our kids loose between sports and school and everything going on. That's a 4 or 5 day window that we have. We can get loose to hunt. Generally, we went down there in the past and always participated in what we call a management hunt. And that's basically just looking for certain deer that we need to be removing from the deer herd down there on the ranch. They got a lot of acreage, a lot of land, and we're looking for specific deer that need to be removed from that herd. This year happened to be just a hair different. Gavin and I got out to the blind, and the first day we were out there, we seen a sure enough dandy buck. And couldn't get our eyes 100% on him like we wanted to. We glassed him a little bit, just enough to know that he was a great buck. You know when you see, if you've been hunting any amount of time at all, when you see a sure enough shooter, you know. You may not know exactly what he is, but you know he's a really good buck. And that was the case with this deer. We got a little bit of footage of him and got back to camp, reviewed the footage with the guys to make sure this was a deer that we wanted to try to take if he showed himself again.
You gonna go, or you want me to go?
Oh, it's December 28th, evening hunt, and you can go now.
I can go now?
Yeah, you can go now.
Is that all you got?
Yep.
You sure?
I've already done like 4 of these things.
You got the date, and it's an evening hunt. You want me
Yeah.
to take the rest?
Yep,
You sure?
yep.
I don't know if I can do this or not.
I believe in you.
We're down here on F.E. Hill and have had a ball. We're here in the box blind, Jeremiah, myself, and Big Landon. And we got our sights set on a buck that's been frequenting here quite often. I sat here the other morning with a client and saw him. So we're gonna see if we can't get him knocked down this afternoon. The deer are already up moving. We've seen deer like crazy coming in, so we're gonna get settled in and see what happened. Hopefully this wind will lay a little bit this afternoon, but it doesn't seem to be bothering them. They're moving pretty good.
So I got the pleasure this year of getting to sit with Jeremiah and Landon. It was just cool being in the blind and seeing them interact with one another on hunts. As somebody from the outside, it was just neat to see them in their element, you know, and see that father and son bonding time that they got to have. F.E. Hill it's a phenomenal place to take kids, and the main reason is it's target rich. I mean, they're not gonna get bored. There's animals, there's stuff that they're gonna be looking at nonstop, from hogs, coyotes, deer. I mean, all kinds of opportunities for kids, and it really keeps them engaged in a hunt.
Strut Buck is being brought to you by Expedition Archery. Experience perfection. Thermacell. Turn it on, mosquitoes gone. And Buck Bomb. Explosive results. Strut Buck is being brought to you by B&W Trailer Hitches. Completely stows away and is 100% American made. Because the best adventures begin with towing.
In years past, it's really been a very quick hunt for Landon. I mean, he's pretty much killed out on the first or second hunt the last couple years when we've come down here. This year was just a little bit different for him. I mean, we were looking for a particular deer and a particular management deer, and he had to hunt. He had to go through some days of not pulling the trigger, and it was getting down to the wire when we finally got an opportunity at the deer we were looking for.
It's December 28th, Saturday, and we're the same stand as we were the past couple mornings and evenings, and we're hunting the same chocolate rack buck that we have been for the past few days. So
we already got quite a few deer around us. We're hoping that some of these bigger deer show up that have been using in here. We saw them yesterday afternoon a long ways off, but there's already deer everywhere, so we'll see. Hopefully they'll slide in here.
The deer rolls out, and we actually had 2 deer in the field that we could actually shoot. There was two good management bucks that were in the field at the same time, and obviously with Landon, we chose the closer of the 2.
I like that one closest to us. He's a pretty good deer, but I also like the one far away. They're both really nice.
That was a good shot right there. How about that, Dad? We worked hard for this one. We've never had to wait this long here, have we?
No. I think it took 3 days.
Well, we just was a little picky starting out.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were. That's a good deer, dude.
That's a really good deer.
We gotta thank OB for going with us. Taking over filming at the last minute.
Yeah. Nice deer.
What do you think, bud? We was panicking a little bit. We was fixing to go spot the stock. B kind of talked us into sitting a little longer, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did.
Aren't
I
you
was gonna
glad?
get out blind, yeah.
Oh, it's a pretty buck, dude. Good job, buddy.
Strut & Buck is being brought to you by White Cat Electric Bikes. Financing available starting at $75 a month. Hunter Safety System. Saving lives is what we do. And Sportsman's Guide. Outfitting your passion for the outdoors at the lowest prices. Strut & Buck is being brought to you by the Tour 12 Podcast. Experience 12 months of living your passion. Business, leadership, and life. Search the Tour 12 Podcast on iTunes.
Gavin and I are back in the blind where we'd seen this deer the previous day, and I mean right off the bat in the far corner of this field I seen antlers pop up. and I knew it was him. It was obvious it was him, and the only problem was it was really early. And I don't know if you ever had a 14, 15-year-old in a blind with you with this quality of a deer, and when you're filming, it changes the game a little bit. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer than maybe you typically would if you weren't filming. But we knew we had probably another 30 or 40 minutes before we had good shooting line, and so we were going to have to play a little game of patience. Well, after several minutes, when I say several, 30 to 40 minutes of waiting on this deer to kind of start coming in, he did just that. He came in, and Gavin had been patient about as long as he could stand it. You don't ever know exactly how they're hit when they run off, other than they're hit. And he ran off and got to the far tree line and started walking down the edge of that tree line and flickering his tail a little bit and not showing a whole lot of sign of being injured too bad. And so I'll be honest, we kind of went into immediate panic mode, especially when you got a young one. It's way worse on you as a dad than it is for the kid, I think.
Another target buck just came out, and Gavin hit him back a little bit. And this is the bad part of hunting when you're in that stage and not knowing. My man, you ain't wanting to talk with me on camera right now, are you? I know that feeling. We've all been there.
You know, as hunters, and you do it long enough, you're gonna make, you know, some bad shots or questionable shots. It's just part of it.
So Gavin and I get off in the woods and we're blood trailing, and literally probably for 45 minutes to an hour we're looking for blood, and finally I spot our first sign of blood down in the draw, and we were on him.
You see him?
Here he is, dude. Holy cow.
We found this deer down in the edge of this creek down in the draw, and I'll be honest, it was complete jubilation. Can I say jubilation? It was jubilation. We were excited, man. We got down there, and this was literally a buck of a lifetime for Gavin, the biggest buck to date he's killed. And to experience that moment with him, as well as the ranch with Clinton and John and the whole crew down there, Danny, it was just an incredible few moments of being down there and hunting at the Hunt F.E. Hill Ranch.
Alright, so this is our third year at the father-son hunt, and the last 2 years have been great. Killed some really nice management deer, but this year we decided to step her up a notch and got to kill this dandy. But it's just awesome getting to come out here with our dads and get to shoot these deer. Just so blessed to get the opportunity.
I'm super pumped for Gavin. He killed an amazing buck. He's big, wide, biggest buck of his life to date. And just being there and seeing that and seeing, you know, hearing him tell the story and seeing the excitement, it was just awesome.